Roma made 2 signings this week from the Premier League. Mkhitaryan, which, by the way, is a wonderful epilogue to the famed Mkhitaryan-Sanchez swap 18 months ago, and Chris Smalling. They needed help at the back, right? Are you guys? I'm all right with the Smalling thing because
He's better than Rugani.
What? The Rugani benchmark. Every big club has a defender who people just make fun of, right? So it's Rugani. Funny, it was actually probably Phil Jones at Manchester United, but you know, I don't have an issue with Smalling. I think he's got experience. He's got personality. He's not a dumb guy. If you hear him speak, you know, it is what it is. I think he's going to help, right?
I think the thing which I talked about last week was a little bit of more speed needed the way you're going to play with Fonseca, and I think he can move a bit. I mean, he's not like
quicker than faster.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think it makes sense, to be honest. I think it's also interesting because he's a vegan, so I would like to follow his journey on about how that's going to happen. But
it's not difficult to be vegan in Italy. It's easier to be vegan in Italy.
But I also, yes, you're right. But I also think it's quite interesting how many Manchester United failures are now in the league. And it's amazing to see how many, well, I'm interested to see who out of all these ones will turn it around.
That's true, because I was thinking about Mkhitaryan as an Arsenal cast-off, but yes, in a roundabout way, also a United cast-off. So
Darmian coming to Italy too. But Mickey, he's played in the hole. He's played as a right winger. 2 questions. One is, does he fit Fonseca's game, and where's he going to play?
Well, I mean, the problem...
And instead of who?
Like, yeah, because the problem at Roma has been, like, the defence clearly needed help. Whether Smalling's enough, still a big question mark. But if you were going to look for another problem, it was probably you have Edin Dzeko, and then who else do you have at number 9?
Well, and then you have Nikola Kalinic.
Right, exactly. So...
and there was a short period when he looked like a viable player, but I take your point. I mean, they're going to need to get the most out of Dzeko.
So if you wanted me to tell you, like, yeah, where I'm worried about this team, that's where it would have been. Am I worried about the number of guys they can play behind the attack? Not really. I mean, Mkhitaryan might give you something else. Like, you know, I appreciate maybe a different style of player, fine. But I don't think it was. Yeah, it wasn't a priority for me when I looked at that team in terms of what they needed.
Do you know what is a priority, and what I noticed in the match, which is something that they really needed, was firstly Diawara to start. They need a filter in that midfield. They need a player who helps that Cristante and the others, you know, because it's just too many bodies moving forward and not enough defensive power. They needed a defensive midfielder, and that should have been their concern, not Mkhitaryan.
Paolo sorted, because remember, I've actually heard this theory out there. Mkhitaryan obviously made his name at Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yep.
Paulo Fonseca made his name at Shakhtar Donetsk.
There you go.
They have that understanding. You know, of course, they were there like 5 years apart.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.